Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 18 of Vlogmas 2023. My name's Karina, and I'm coming to you from the Pacific Northwest. I'm focusing on that cone because I'll talk about it here in a minute. It is, I don't know, about 5:25 a.m. Headed up to the barn to feed the horses. Speaking of horses, I put that cone there so I can play the cone game with Bragi. So I've been playing the cone game, which is a marking game. So in other words, that's where I want you to stay and stand there and wait for my next instructions. So I've been playing that game with him in the barn, or in the barnyard, where it's very familiar. So I brought that up. There's a creek. Brought that up to the front so it's in an unfamiliar place. I don't know if I'll have time to play that today or tomorrow. Also, it's going to start raining here soon, tonight anyway, and could be rainy for the rest of the week. So depending on how rainy it is, whether or not I play that game with him. I am at the barn looking for the horses, not in their stalls per usual. I think I saw an eyeball. Yep, I see eyeballs over there behind the tree. So I'm gonna get to feeding them. They'll come up for breakfast. Talk to you in the next segment. Hi everyone, welcome to the knitting portion of my podcast. Since I recorded the feeding part of Vlogmas day 18, this morning I had a bit of a disruption. So as soon as I sat down to work, I got a phone call from Randy, my partner, saying that he had been in a car accident. He was going through a green light, as he should, and someone made a left-hand turn in front of him and hit him. Thankfully, they hit the front quarter panel of his vehicle and not the door, and they were going slow speeds. So no one was hurt very badly, besides probably some, regular old muscle injuries and stuff like that. Cars are totaled. So that was just a giant disruption. I've been having a little bit of trouble focusing at work, but having some of my sister's Christmas cookies has really helped. I am super grateful that he didn't get hurt, that no one got hurt, and that we have an extra vehicle that he can drive. He's now driving my my big white pickup that I use to pull the horse trailer. So that's good news. And he has been thinking about getting a small pickup, well, like a Toyota sized pickup, that might be a little more handy for some of the outdoor adventures that he likes to do. You'll see the bicycle photo over my left shoulder right there. He is an avid cyclist and really likes to do mountain biking and bike packing, off-road bike packing. So a pickup might be a good option for him. All that to say, I thought I would just, quickly finish up day 18 of Vlogmas and just kind of keep fingers crossed that the rest of the day goes better. So what I'm wearing, this is a scarf I made some years ago. It's made out of a single skeiny yarn. I believe the pattern and the yarn came in a kit. I don't have it on Ravelry. But I really like it. I wear this a lot with this vest. It just seems to go. And the yarn, I don't really remember anything about the project, except the yarn is kind of a mixed fiber. You can kind of see this is, it's a synthetic blend, and there's probably some cotton in here. I don't know if there's some wool in here, but it was basically, I don't know if you've heard of the magic knot balls that people do with their scrappy yarns. They basically, you know, when they finish a skein of yarn, or a project or something, and they have some leftovers, they tie it into a ball, and or they connect it to a scrappy ball of yarn and just roll it up, and then you knit your next project out of that ball of yarn that could be different weights, could be different, I mean, certainly different colors. So that's what this project kind of reminded me of, although this is certainly more organized than the way I'm describing. I do recall it was a single skein of yarn. I mean, certainly more organized in the sense that self-striping yarn is very well organized, much more so than like randomly tying leftover pieces of yarn together to form a project ball of yarn. So I have made some progress on my socks. I finished undoing the section that I had doubled, unfortunately, and I'm on the foot right now, so I have to be kind of careful how long to make it, and I don't know how many days left we have before we get to the toe. So I'm on this day 9 of the pattern, and it's called, I think, Fairy Waltz, and it might be kind of hard to see the stitch, but it's kind of an interesting purl 3 together, yarn over, purl it again, and then take it off the needle stitch. You're supposed to do this section twice so that it has 16 rows. This is 8 rows right here. I don't particularly enjoy knitting this section, so I may, in the interest of, you know, the length of the foot, I'm going to wait and see what the pattern is tomorrow before I decide what I'm going to do. You can see that there's 2 rows of this Fairy Waltz in this section. So I'm going to wait and see. I started on the second sock in that pattern this morning, and I think I have done one of those rows of the Fairy Waltz, so I'm about maybe not quite halfway through that. And you'll notice that they are the same color. I got my color 2 and color 3 mixed up on these 2 socks, so instead of alternating them, I made them the same. It's fine. They're socks. I love the colors. These are the Nutcracker themed sock cowl that Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears is doing. So it's hosting. So super fun. I really enjoy it. It's for patrons only, so I don't think that if you are not a patron, you can see that part of it. So I've been a patron of theirs for a long time, so it's hard for me to remember what they include in their patron only programs and what they don't. So if you are interested in their content, which they put out a lot of content, have a lot of extras, and they do quite a bit of free stuff for patrons and a lot of like group activities. Some are knit-alongs where you have to buy the pattern, some are not. They have a very reasonable pricing scheme, so if that is something that you are able to afford, I highly encourage it. I don't really have anything left to talk about today. I haven't really made any progress on any of my other projects that I'm working on, and the rest of the day I'm going to try to focus on work. So, and like I said, definitely Christmas cookies are helping me. So have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.